Hey guys, how's it going? It's Georgi here. We're doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be doing a guitar review, and we're going to be reviewing the Nova Go travel guitar by Enya Guitars. These guitars are marketed as travel guitars, and you can tell from the size that they're quite small. This is about a 3/4 size guitar, so it's the sort of thing that you can carry around just about anywhere. It's lightly designed, 20 frets. It's got a great sleek feel, made out of a carbon fiber polycarbonate. I'm not sure what the polycarbonate part is, but I think it's got a very sturdy construction. It feels good, feels nice to play. You've got your sound hole here, which is this lovely Enya flower logo, but you've also got the secondary sound hole, I guess you could describe it as here, which kind of comes out, and it's good as a player to sort of get an instant response of what you're playing. And in fact, it wasn't until I played this guitar that I kind of asked myself, why don't more guitars do that? We don't get this often with most acoustic guitars, and I know it's pretty simple to say, well, hey, look, it's not like you can't hear the acoustic guitar when you play it, but there's something quite nice about having this instant response, and there's a slightly different frequency to it where it cuts through a bit better. I jammed with this guitar to a few backing tracks, and I found that I could keep the volume relatively high on the backing track so that it really, accompanied my playing, and I could still hear myself, despite it not even being plugged in at the time. I was just playing it acoustically. So that's a really cool feature as well. We've got our 0 fret here, which is going to help with that tuning stability quite a lot, as well as a truss rod that you can adjust if you feel the need to. I looked down the neck the moment I got this guitar, and I can't say I saw any particularly extreme bowing. If anything, it's basically perfectly straight from this angle. No complaints or qualms in that department. The tuners, which I initially thought might not necessarily be the best quality, are actually really, really good. Tuning stability hasn't been an issue, and I've played this guitar for upwards of 1 to 1.5 hours at a time without having to tune it up until that 1.5 hour point. So these are really good. They're quite sturdy. They feel good to turn, and I know that sounds weird, but what I mean is there's no nudging. There's no room where you'll twist the tuning peg and there'll be dead room where it's loose. They feel really sturdy, really well designed, and these are Enya tuning pegs. Just to get you a better look at those there. I love the cutaway design here. We've got a lot of room to reach those upper frets, as you can see there. It's really sleek, really nicely designed. 20 frets on this guitar, so if you are going to play something with a slightly higher register, you have the availability to do that without having to struggle. Normally with nylons and steel strings, that might be a problem, but not here. Pretty easy access to that 19th, 18th, 19th, and 20th fret without too much issue. fretwork is amazing. Like, it is clearly done with some kind of robotic accuracy. These frets feel like they're made for an iPhone guitar, if that makes sense. They're just absolutely perfect. There's no cutaway at the top. I can't feel them on my fingers at all. They feel absolutely perfect. Pretty straightforward acoustic bridge here with the pins. One really interesting thing about this guitar, although I haven't changed the strings on it yet, I do know this about it. These string pins have a screw method where you screw the pin and then pull it out, which is quite nice. You don't have to use that frustrating frictional force to keep the pins in. It just does it for you, where it's as easy as turning a screw and then pushing it down, and it'll keep those strings in there tight. I haven't needed to change these strings, so I won't show that. The electronic features of the guitar are really cool as well. You can plug it in. It's got DI, so you can go into a interface or an amplifier or into a PA. But one other really cool thing is you can actually run all the effects acoustically just here with this silver button. Now, the silver button also acts as a tone knob and volume knob simultaneously. So once you've selected your desired effect, you can roll it back and forward. Now, the individual settings when you're not using the app are single effects. So here we've got chorus, reverb, and so on. And you get a different color for the different effects. But in the app, you can layer them. So I wouldn't put too much stress into memorizing what effects are for which click. Rather, you can patch inside the app, and then from there, kind of pick and choose what you want. To be honest with you, I found that just having a little bit of reverb, delay, and compression on a single tone was enough for me, and it sounded really beautiful and really lovely. But here's some tone tests acoustically. Let me try the reverb as well. You can obviously play chords too. I would say that a guitar like this, its ideal usage is for the gigging musician that needs a light setup. This is extremely light setup, extremely easy guitar to maintain. But the other kind of perfect candidate for a guitar like this would be a starting student or somebody that's an intermediate that maybe has a guitar they've started with, but they would like something to take with them to play with other people, or simply not to have to worry about breaking and damaging and easily losing. Alongside the guitar, you get really cool, somewhat soft case, somewhat hard case, which perfectly fits the guitar in there, obviously. It's very nice, well foamed, well padded. I wouldn't put this under, a car, but it could easily keep the guitar relatively safe as long as you're not going to war with it. The other thing is the strap here that you see on the actual bag is the strap that you can use for the guitar. I'm using one of my straps because I just had it lying around, but this is right here and it's ready to go. And it also comes with the appropriate strap lock so that you can tie this through. Along with the bag, you also get a fresh set of strings to change when that comes up. A really nice cloth. I love this cloth. I'm going to be hanging on to this. And the Allen key for any adjustments on the truss rod, and then the two little strap handles. And I forgot one more thing. They threw in a lead as well. Really nice lead. I can see that it's good make, decent design. I haven't used it yet since I've got like a bajillion leads, but it's cool that this gets included. Considering the price point for this guitar, you're getting quite a lot And in fact, I'm almost envious of guitar players these days, because when I first started playing guitar, I would have loved to have a piece of equipment like this. For the price point, you just get everything you need. It's lovely. Yeah, so all in all, my closing thoughts and my personal thoughts on this are, this is a great guitar. I think it's, for its price point, what it does is awesome. It sounds good, it's easy to play, and it's well set up. I haven't had any issues with this guitar. Genuinely no complaints. Rock on.